Rakesh Jhunjhunwala buying into this company almost to the tune of about 100 odd crore rupees is the quantum of shares that he's picked up from the open market. So let's chat exactly what's going on with the business. Jawahar Goel, the promoter and MD at Dish TV, joins us in the show right now. Mr. Goel, morning. What a day it's turning out to be with a marquee fund investor name like Rakesh Jhunjhunwala checking into your stock, and that sure ensures that the stock is already buzzing. Tell us what's buzzing in the company though. What is it that you're doing behind the scenes for him to catch interest and fancy in Dish TV?
Well, we do not get the Ben Post so quickly, but as your channel and newspaper had carried the story yesterday and today as well, that the company belonging to Mr. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala has picked up the shares. As routine, our investor relationship, we had done a presentation. I had a chance to give a presentation to Mr. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala and his team before we started the merger process. So, if he has picked up the shares, then it is a good that he understands the story of our shares. But this is a secondary market transactions, which as a company we normally don't see or see any happening there so quickly.
Right.
Coming back to the company, last week I think my CEO of the company, Mr. Dua, has spoken to you on about the company performance. If you have some special any further question, so I will be pretty to help you out.
You know, Mr. Goel, you just talked about the fact that you made that presentation to Mr. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. Would you recall if there were any other marquee investors and analysts present in that presentation?
Well, it is our routine that we every quarter we make the presentation for annual, and we do a no deal roadshow in India and abroad, where I also participate. And Rakesh Jhunjhunwala ji is such a big icon, and he has been very successful. So it must be almost 1.5 years back I made a presentation to him. And the recent decision, I don't know. This is their own analysis and calculations, and it is a welcome step for the company.
Yeah, but I think, Mr. Goel, what we are trying to arrive at is that if you made a presentation to Mr. Jhunjhunwala, what was his own take in terms of the line of questioning he adopted to get excited about the business? In that conversation, in that presentation, there must have been a fair amount of Q&A where you must have said something about the business that stayed with him to make this investment, even though it's via the secondary markets. Could you share a little bit about what happened in that presentation?
We make our presentation. There is always a questions, and we share the pleasantry and the intention to get onto the shares or remain in the shares or consider in later date. That we normally don't discuss, and nobody discuss that they are interested in the shares because it is a secondary market. We normally don't if there is an appointment. Yeah,
absolutely.
So
no, I completely understand. But
yeah.
Was there a question that you remember Mr. Jhunjhunwala asking regarding the future of the business that you may have addressed, or a concern that you may have addressed in that presentation that you can recall?
No, he said, I remember one line that it has been a long struggle for you, and now it is the time. A good time you are coming ahead. So this is what I remember is one statement which maybe to reconcile me going through the such a difficult hyper competitive environment. Or before, other than this, I don't remember any words.
Mr. Goel, just wanted to take it on record. You've not sold any stake in the market, have you, right? Mr. Jhunjhunwala has purely picked up this sum in Dish TV from the open markets.
Well, this question is slightly premature because the promoter has already applied for open offer. So then in this market and this situation, there cannot be any selling from the promoter side. So this is a purely from market, secondary market transactions. I don't know, we don't know who are the sellers. And you only are telling that Mr. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala has bought it. Normally we don't get to know so easily, so early.
No, sir, it's all available there on exchanges.
Yeah.
So it's for anyone to really see. You know, the reason why I ask if has there been any other marquee investor who's evinced interest, and were there any other, you know, marquee names which were present when you did make that presentation with Rakesh Jhunjhunwala as well being present there? Because Mr. Jhunjhunwala's stake purchase has been in the cash market, sir. But if I look at the futures and options transactions as well, the volumes are very high. So it seems like it's not just the cash markets, but someone's buying a stake even in FNO or buying stocks of Dish TV even in the FNO markets, which is why the need to understand, have there been any other marquee names, any other investors who have evinced interest in Dish TV and the story that you represent?
Well, we can't reach out to the retail investors so frequently, and only way to reach out is through channels and news press releases. But I admire Mr. Jhunjhunwala, and I think that he has a following of retail investors and in broker communities and throughout the country and abroad. Must be over at least 5 to 7 million investor who follows him, and so this may be the reason of volume increase in the shares.
Before we let you go, Mr. Goel, and I think we pretty much got what we wanted from this interaction. Do you think that the way forward, because not just Dish TV today, but you also have, you know, Den Networks, Hathway Cable. I think it's a bit of a sentiment rub-off that the distribution-led businesses are picking up. Do you think, you know, we have a bright future for the distribution side of the business, and what would really trigger the upside for the sector?
Well, if we talk about sector, that the new tariff order and the quality of service and all these things, but but we as Dish TV has been talking about 8.5 rupees for per month for standard definition channel and 17 rupees plus taxes for the high def channel, and available to the consumer on a la carte basis. The new tariff has been the pretty much on the same line which was held up in the court litigation between the government and the interested parties. But now everything is now clear, and the DPO and the broadcasting has to sit together and implement the new tariff order in next 2, 3, 4 months time. So I believe that the companies which you have just named, the cable companies, they have been squeezed between the content provider on the one side and capex on the on the hardware, on the set-top box and infrastructure, and their LCO and the ground was not willing to give the revenues. Some of the MSO are selling the content to their LCO, ranging from 30 rupees per month per subscriber to coming up to 125 rupees. So there is so much of anomaly in the distribution industry, and for which I think will go away very soon. That's one part. Number two, on this TV side or DTH side, there has been a 10% revenue share with the government, that is license fees. We have an indication that that is now being sorted out as per the recommendation of RAI, and we had a meeting in Prime Minister office, so we had put up our viewpoint. So in the next 2-3 months time, that will also get sorted out, and which will add up to the EBITDA of the company.
Such a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you so much, sir, and congratulations once again. It's indeed a momentous occasion that a marquee investor like Rakesh Jhunjhunwala has picked up stake in your company, and he does believe in the story that you represent.